Welcome back, it's GameGod1226, and in the last episode, we revamped the bunker, which is what you're seeing behind me, but unfortunately, someone forgot to turn their mic on, and the entire video was just me running around doing stuff without any commentary. So, we're gonna go ahead and pretend like it didn't happen, and we got all this stuff done, and we'll make sure that that doesn't happen in the future, because, youch. But, that being said, let's quickly go over what we did. And we basically got everything out of the house, in here, and much faster as well. So we got our smusher right here, and all three forms of bulk item processing: smoking, smelting, haunting, and washing. And then we got a millstone over here, and then over here we have ourselves a mixer. And then if I go ahead and go downstairs real quick, I'll show you guys how it's all running. It's got these, I want to say there's 9 right here, and then 12 right here. So it's got a bunch of water wheels running this. And then, yeah, I threw a little water wheel right there, too, because it also makes this go faster. But also, I think I just got some weird glitch going on, too, because that's how fast it's supposed to go. If I grab just a normal shaft, right, and put it there, it still ends up going faster no matter what. So, I don't know. I don't mind. As long as everything still runs, I don't care, so... It's only a starter fact, well, starter material refinement, but anyway. And then upstairs, we still have just our basic smelter, but I do want to go ahead and, basically, if we go down here real quick, if you see this here, basically I want to have this set up, but where, the thing about the depot is I can only put one item on it at a time, and I'm not going to put that on there because it'll just void it out. But you can only put up to a stack on the time. But what if we're wanting to do, like, we get back from mining and we have, like, I don't know, a barrel full of materials, 1,700 items, right? I just want to be able to walk over, put it in, and walk away and not have to worry about it. Here, I have to stand here and all that stuff. It works great when I'm just needing a couple things smelted, but unfortunately, I want to have an auto smeltery that works much better, and I think that's going to be a goal for the beginning part of this video. So we're just going to go ahead and take this out and replace it with a much more efficient auto smeltery. I was just going to make the fan really quickly, but I also wanted to show off the improvement of how fast this is. Much better. No more hand cranks for us. Unless we're using the mechanical saw to cut down a tree. Then yeah. But, you know what I mean. Grab our iron plates, and if we go ahead and go boop, 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 and put that there. Propeller, and an encased fan. Now we just need to grab a quick bucket of lava, and we'll be ready to set this up. Hopefully. So I just realized I'm definitely going to need some kelp for belts, so we're going to go ahead and do that really quick, but really quickly, I want to go ahead and upgrade our backpack. So go to copper, then to oh wait, because we use copper, we only need 4 iron, that's right. And then 8 gold, and we'll go ahead and have a gold backpack. And if you see, much better. Much better. There we go. Stack ought to do it. And we can go ahead and get our lava. This pit's slowly becoming... Well, yeah, we're just using a lot of it. Yeah, eventually this pit will be nothing, because we're going to use all of it eventually. I have no doubt in my mind. Because, like, it's, like, super close to the house. Now that we're back at the house, we can go ahead and process up this kelp real quick. All we need to do is just throw it right there. And I love how this works, because no coal, like I said. I don't want to use coal if I don't have to. There we go. And with the dried kelp, all I have to do is quite simply just go like this. Boom. And now we have ourselves some belts. So if I grab my belts, my shafts, and probably my casings, just probably grab some power bits and bobs as well. to move them around. So yeah, I'll grab a couple more things and I'll be right back. Alright, and I think now that we got our belts and some gearboxes and some way to throw it around, because I think I'm just going to grab power from right over here. Yeah, I'm just going to grab power from here and drag it over here, and I'm just going to take care of this whole thing, and we'll put it right there. Oh, that ain't gonna work. Alright, so let's go ahead and get to work on this. So I'm thinking it's just quite super simply, we just like that, and then we can just have this guy facing the correct direction. And actually, we'll go ahead and move it back one more, so I can power it right here. Oh wow, okay. Oh wait, I can just. Nope. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, we'll just place the whole stone brick there. Alright, so now that we have that, we can go ahead and move this back one. Because, yeah, it's still going to need power. And I'm assuming we'll probably just use a gearbox for that. Go. I'm going to move this out of our way. That's right, you can make all the fancy stuff with that. Anyway, that'll be powered as long as we give that power, and then we'll also go ahead and boop, give me you. And we're going to need a couple more gearboxes. Of course. One could never have too many gearboxes, ever. Alright, now that we got our gearboxes, we can go like this. Oh yeah, we'll put our belt in as well. Barrel here, and I didn't think this through. Oh wait, here's what I can do. Okay, no worries, no worries, no worries. If I go ahead and place a temporary block here, place this here. We are going to need funnels in a second, but that's not a big worry. Just want a proof of concept. So basically, the lava will be sitting here. It'll come and it'll spray this whole area. Funnel will pull the item out, and then it'll go into another funnel right here, and just boop, done. Alrighty, so if I go ahead and just put this here, it's going the wrong direction. It's always going the wrong direction. Okay, and then we do that. There we go. And if we place this here, let's figure out how we're going to power this as well. I think, honestly, 2 gearboxes will work just fine. I meant 3 gearboxes will work just fine. Place that there and there. I'm just going to use a panel right here to block it off, and we can put the lava right here. Alright, and then moment of truth is, because I'm concerned that when I put my funnel here... Okay, no, it'll absolutely still push out of there. Okay, no worries then. And then if we put our panel here... And I believe that the funnel should also stop the lava from getting onto the belt, so I don't think I should have to worry about another one. And boop. Yep, there we go. And theoretically, this will work perfect for us. The only thing that I'll need to add is a list filter or an attribute filter to it, so that it'll only accept ingots or whatever materials that we're smelting. And with that done, we can get on to my main plan for today, which is going to be storage. We need it desperately, we need it badly, and we are not good at keeping track of anything at all. So, what we're going to do is, I was doing research, and because I don't want to go around exploring hoping that I can get a mineral tree, because I was going to do integrated dynamics for a basic start, but instead we're going to go ahead and use the create function as well, because, and also if you're curious why I haven't done any of the crazier high-tech mods, it's purely because I'm trying to take it slow and kind of advanced by like technological age, if that makes sense. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and use the create 6.0 storage system. So we're going to need packagers, a bunch of vaults. Oh wait, and silly me. There's also a very, very important thing. We're going to need a stock link and a stock ticker. And these are not very hard to craft. As you can see, just transmitter and a item vault to make that. Transmitters, just a bunch of copper and a redstone. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get crafting on those, and now with those sheets, we can go ahead and get our vaults. And then with our lightning rods and our plates, go ahead and get some transmitters. I only need 2 for this project, though. So stock links, and then was what to do the stock ticker? Ooh, redstone requester. What does that do? Don't get distracted, my friend. So gold and glass. We'll go ahead and get our stock ticker. Now we just need some packagers. And this is where it gets interesting because we need cardboard. If you look at the cardboard recipe, pressing pulp, and to get pulp, it's going to be any type of sapling, pulpifiable. The create is pulpifiable, which is crazy, but it seems like any sort of green growing item. You throw that in with some water and mix it, and you'll get your pulp. And now that we have our water, we can just put it in there and throw.
No, you just need to not play basketball.
Throw that in. And we'll go ahead and make ourselves some pulp. And I brought 2 water buckets for this precise reason. And then we go ahead and throw in some pine saplings as well. Alright. Now that we have 8 pulp, I think that's going to be a perfect amount. Turn these into blocks of cardboard. And then we just need 2 of them. With that, we're good to go ahead and set up our storage system. I think the hardest part is just going to be moving all of our chests. That's probably a bad idea. Let's not do that. Put this here. We'll just kind of move them over here for now. Oh no, I mixed our items that we need. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. We're gonna go ahead and throw those in there so we don't lose them. Alright. Alright, now that we have this area built out. Yeah, right there. We're gonna go ahead and grab our vaults, packagers, stock links, Alright. And what we're going to go ahead and do is put these vaults in a 3x3. If I did my math right. Beautiful. It's the exact amount of this room. And if we put a packager... No, wait. I do want a chute as well. And that's not... Yeah, that's super easy. I also just realized that we're going to need more than 2 packagers. We're going to need 4, so... No worries, we're just going to make up some more of this real quick. Alright, so now... If I put this one on the right, attached to this inventory, and same with this one. Let's go ahead and move these over by 1. I believe I put my wrench in here. Yep. We'll put that guy there, and that guy there. Go ahead and move our crafting table. Because all of a sudden this room just got very smothered. No worries, though. And then we'll have a chute here and a chute here. And actually... Yeah, we'll have our items come out on the right, and we'll put stuff in on the left. So... If I grab a barrel or a chest or any sort of inventory, so if I put this here and I aim the packager at it, it'll now be attached to this inventory. And if we give it a lever, it'll always be trying to pull things out of this inventory, and then it'll go down the chute and then into a packager that is attached to the vault that is also always turned on, and that'll just be our depositing. So to test it, I don't know, let's just grab our cobbled base roof, throw it in there, goes down there, boom. Oh wait, I'm sorry. What just happened? Put this here. There we go. Yeah, so it just doesn't need to be powered. Sorry. But yeah, there we go. And then on this side, we'll have our stock ticker. Well. Ooh. Okay. No worries. So, what we'll have here is our output. We'll put that right here. And it'll be attached to that. So it'll go into here and then go always push into here. And then we'll need to have a way to search through the vault, right? So that's where the stock ticker and the stock link come into play. So if we put this guy here... Oh wait, hold up, sorry. We need to place our stock ticker first. So if we place that here, click on our stock link with it. Now it's attuned to this network of this stock link. Put it there. Now all we need is a seat real quick, which is just this guy and this guy. And now we just need to find a mob real quick. Actually, I think our doggo's still up here. Yeah, come here, buddy. Come here. Come on. I believe that I have a lead that'll work for this, but... Yep, nope, he's running the opposite direction. Definitely need the lead route. There we go, found my lead. So, if we... Where did he go? Come here. And if I click that, there we go. And now you see he's got a beautiful little hat. He's all dapper. And if I click on him, you can now see the items that are in there. So if I click on this and say, like, maybe I don't want all of them, so if I use my scroll wheel, I can specify the amount. So let's say just a half stack. If I click send, it'll go in here, and boom, there's our items. And then if I want to put it back, right in there, done, boom. Oh, yeah, way better. And now I'm going to go ahead and get all of this in here real quick. Alright, and it looks like we were able to fit everything inside the vault, so no worries there. And I think we are not even close to filling it up, so we now have a perfect set up storage. And if I go ahead and talk to the dog real quick, you can now see that we have a whole bunch of different items. And I can always just click and request at any point to get them. It's like, do I have any raw items? Yeah, I have some raw gold, so I'll go ahead and request that. Gimme, and there it is. So heck yeah. Well, I hope you guys liked this video, and if you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure to have a great rest of your day.